In this module, we are going to learn about the third phylum, that is Phylum Ctenophora, or it is called as comb jellies or sea walnuts. Now about the habit and habitat of Ctenophora. They are exclusively marine. That means they are seen in marine waters. They are solitary. They are not seen in colonies. They are solitary and pelagic. Pelagic means they are seen in the pelagic zone of the open water columns of the oceans. Pelagic zone of the oceans. And the grades of organization is they have a tissue level of organization in which cells aggregates together to form tissues. And about the symmetry, they have radial symmetry. Radial symmetry means, what do you mean by radial symmetry? The body can be divided into two equal halves which passes through the central axis, in which the plane passes through the central axis. And the germ layers, they have two germ layers, that is the outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm. And an undifferentiated layer called as mesoglia is present in between the two. And they lack a coelom. A body cavity is absent in the case of Ctenophora, so they are acoelomate. And the digestive system is incomplete. What do you mean by incomplete digestive system? That means they have a single opening both for mouth and for anus. And the digestion is both extracellular, which takes place inside the cell, or if it is taking place outside the cell, it is called as extracellular. Now reproduction, only sexual reproduction is present, no asexual reproduction is present. And they are hermaphrodite. What do you mean by hermaphrodite? Both the male and female reproductive structures are seen on the same organism, on the same body. So they are hermaphrodite. And fertilization is external, that means it is taking place, fusion of gametes is taking place outside their body. And development is indirect. What do you mean by indirect? That means they are having a larval stage in their life cycle. And circulatory system and respiratory system, just like poriferans and cnidarians, is absent also in Ctenophora. And what is a unique feature? Their locomotion is done by 8 vertical external rows of ciliated comb plates. So the presence of comb plates, how many are present? 8, and they are vertically arranged in the form of rows. Externally they are arranged in the form of rows, and the number is 8, and such structures are called as comb plates, and hence they are called as comb jellies. And they also have tentacles. They also have tentacles on their body. And another unique feature is that they have the ability to emit light from their body, and this phenomenon is called as bioluminescence. So the phenomenon to emit light from their body is called as bioluminescence. You can see examples are pleurobrachia and ctenoplana. So ctenoplana and pleurobrachia, they are examples of Ctenophora. So they have 8 vertically externally arranged rows called as comb plates, which is helping in locomotion, and they have tentacles for capturing of food, and also they exhibit bioluminescence. So let us comprise the features of the phylum Ctenophora. Tissue level of organization, radial symmetry, the germ layers are 2, hence diploblastic. They lack a coelom, so they are called as acoelomate. They are solitary and pelagic, and the digestive system is incomplete with extracellular and intracellular digestion. Respiratory and circulatory system is totally absent. Reproduction is completely sexual reproduction, and fertilization is external, and development is indirect. And the unique feature is presence of comb plates for locomotion, and the presence of bioluminescence, which is the property to emit light from their body. And examples are pleurobrachia and ctenoplana. So that's about a phylum Ctenophora. Next, let us learn about the fourth phylum, that is Phylum Platyhelminthes, or they are called as flatworms. Platyhelminthes, the grade of organization is organ and organ system level of organization. So we finished with cellular, which is seen in porifera. We finished tissue level of organization, which is seen in cnidarians and Ctenophora. And next is the organ and organ system, which is seen in, or which begins with Platyhelminthes. Now if we see into their body shape, we can see they are completely flattened. So that's why they are called as flatworms. Now about the symmetry, they are bilaterally symmetric. What do you mean by bilaterally symmetrical? That is, the body can be divided into two equal halves by a plane which is passing through the central axis. Unlike the radial, they are bilaterally symmetrical. And about the germ layers, they are triploblastic. What do you mean triploblastic? They have three germ layers: outer ectoderm, the middle mesoderm, and the inner endoderm. We can see the three germ layers arranged one after the other in this figure. Now, with regard to coelom, they lack a coelom, so they are called as acoelomate. That is, they lack a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall. So, they are called as acoelomate. And the habitat where they are found, they are mainly aquatic. They are also endoparasite. That is, they are living as a parasite inside the host. So, they are called as endoparasite. And some are free living. Either they can be parasitic or they can be free living. Now, the digestive system, it is incomplete. We can see a single opening which acts as both mouth and the anus. So, the digestive system is incomplete. And the respiratory system is also absent, and circulatory system is also absent. And the reproduction is taking place by means of fragmentation. If you remember the asexual reproduction types which we have studied in class 10, we would have surely studied about fragmentation in planaria. So this is the planaria which belongs to Platyhelminthes. So planaria, we have learned it divides by into different fragments, and each fragment develops into a new individual. So asexual reproduction in planaria is by fragmentation, and planaria comes under Platyhelminthes. So asexual reproduction is by fragmentation, or in addition to fragmentation, sexual reproduction also takes place. And here hermaphrodite. What do you mean hermaphrodite? Both male and female sex organs are present on the same body, and fertilization is internal. That means it is taking place inside the body, and development is indirect. That means they are having a larval stage in their life cycle, and there are many larval stages, not a single larval stage. They are having many larval stages. And the unique feature, it means they are dorso-ventrally flattened. They are flattened both from the dorsal side and on the ventral side, except in the case of tapeworms. And they are unsegmented. The body is not segmented. And for excretion, they have specialized cells which are called as flame cells, or they are called as protonephridia. This is a figure of a flame cell which helps in excretion or removal of waste from their body of Platyhelminthes. And in order to live as a parasite inside the body of a host, they have certain unique features like their hooks and suckers in the parasitic form in order to adhere to the body of the host. And some absorb nutrients from the host to their body surface. So they have suckers in order to suck the nutrients from the body of the host. And examples are Taenia and Fasciola, which is nothing but the liver fluke, and Planaria. So this is a poke tapeworm, which is called as a Taenia solium, and Fasciola, which is also called as a liver fluke, and Planaria. So now let us comprise the features we have studied so far about a phylum Platyhelminthes. They are also called as flatworms. Why? They are flat in appearance. Their grade of organization or level of organization is organ and organ system. The symmetry is bilateral. Germ layers, they are triploblastic. The coelom, they are acoelomate. Habit and habitat, they can be free living or parasitic, and most of them they are aquatic. And digestive system is incomplete. Respiratory and circulatory system is absent. Reproduction is by either asexual means, that is by fragmentation, and also sexual means. And their development is indirect when fertilization is internal. And unique feature is that they are dorsoventrally flattened, and they have an unsegmented body, and in order to survive inside the parasite, they are having hooks and suckers. And examples are Taenia, liver fluke, and also Planaria. So that's about phylum Platyhelminthes. Thank you.